Hey guys, Local here, Pobelter, fresh off his Revenge versus Team Liquid. How was that game?
Felt pretty good.
So, you guys drafted Corki, something we're seeing a little bit of. Chovy also played it in their match. So, yeah, let me know a little bit about Corki. Why is it played nowadays? What makes it good?
I think once the first tier of mids is out, Corki is still a champion that can kind of be playable against the first tier of mids right now, which is like Lissandra, LeBlanc, Zoe. Zoe, not so much, not that great against, but LeBlanc, Lissandra, Corki is at least playable against. So it's not really ideal to be playing Corki versus LeBlanc or Corki versus Lissandra, I think, but it's like something that you can play, and if you can survive early mid game, you're gonna farm up and outscale. So that was kind of one of the plans we had anticipated in the event that they early picked LeBlanc because we had banned Lissandra. So I had that pick ready.
So, playing versus Jensen, I mean, other than both of you guys being good mids, Jensen is the person that replaced you on Team Liquid. Is there any kind of special prep, or do you feel, I guess, mm, do you prep a little bit harder whenever you play versus Team Liquid and Jensen?
Um, no, I think I try and treat every team the same. You never want to make it personal or get your emotions involved in it. But it does feel better, like, after the fact to beat the team that you were on previously, for sure. Like, that is definitely always a thing for every player. I'm sure if you ask them, you just beat your old team. How does that feel? Everyone's going to tell you it feels fucking great because it does.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of proving to them you were wrong. I was the better option. You were wrong, and yeah, I'm surprised you said you don't take it that personally because a lot of people, like especially a team like TL where you went 3-0 and 3-0 with, and then now you're on FlyQuest. I thought you'd be a lot more personal and a lot more emotional about it.
I think that makes it, like, less personal, actually, because it was like, um, when we played against C9 last year on TL, it was like we 3 them both times, and I was doing really well mid each time. It wasn't like I was getting outperformed so hard and I was underperforming and they needed to replace me. Like I said in a previous interview with you, I think, like, what happened was just kind of off-season shit got a little weird, and then the way everything shaked out, it was like Jensen was on TL for next year, but I was like, okay, shit happens, but I'm still gonna try and do what's best for me and try and find a team where I can succeed on. And I'm trying to do my best with that on FlyQuest so far.
So, what's it like being on FlyQuest as a veteran? It's so weird to me now because I worked with Turtle and Centaurian when they were young. I've known you since you were like 18. Now that you guys are actually veterans, you guys are like early 20s, mid 20s. Like, what's it like being a veteran on a team like FlyQuest?
Um, Definitely stepping up, taking more leadership in terms of like how we play as a team, and then mentality wise, like trying to set a good example of how we need to think about the game, of how we need to be playing the game, like keeping our emotions in check in game too is a really big thing that we didn't really do too great on this game. I could feel everyone was getting like really, really excited because we're beating TL and they've only lost like one game so far this split. Everyone was getting really over eager and then kind of losing their cool. So things like that is some where I think I can kind of guide everyone else and lead by example.
So, is where you guys got too excited right after where you had Baron, you took mid inhibitor, and then I think you guys were trying to end with that point where people are getting overly excited?
I think we started to make a lot of mistakes right before the spawn of second Baron. Like I was saying, I'm gonna get my package. We're gonna fully set up, and then we're just gonna win the game if we do everything properly. But we made a lot of mistakes during that setup, and it ended up dragging out like super far. Elder spawned, and the game was kind of slipping out of our control a bit. But we were able to just win a really crucial team fight and take it back. But I think something like that, for example, is where if we had better, like, I don't know what I'm looking for, like,
Composure.
yeah, better composure, then something like that wouldn't happen.
So, you guys clinched playoff with that win. Was there ever a doubt in your mind that you guys wouldn't make it after what happened last week?
I was pretty depressed after like our 0-4. We went 4 losses in a row a few weeks ago, and we even lost to like um, some teams that I didn't really think were that good. Honestly, lots of games that we should have won. Um, there were definitely some unideal situations too. Like one of our team members had to go back home for like a week to go for a family thing, um, and that really slowed down our practice and our progress as a team, I think. Um, but I'm really happy we were able to get it back together. But yeah, right then, at that moment, I was not feeling good about the team, not feeling super hopeful, honestly. And but you just have to like continue to try your hardest and believe in yourself and the team that you can rise up and even if you perform badly, that you can still perform well and improve because there's no point in just like fucking giving up if you have a bad run, right? Because you're still with the team for the rest of the year. So I'm really happy that we were still able to give it our all and recover from that.
Now that you guys clinched, and there's I think Echo Fox, Golden Guardians, CLG, Clutch. There's one more I'm missing. Optic. Who do you want to play when in the first round of playoffs?
Do we play a 3-4 seed?
You guys are 3 and 4, so you guys could end 3 or 4. I think all the way down to 5. But let's say you guys end 3 or 4, so you would play a 5 or a 6 seed.
I'm not sure. I think they all seem really beatable for sure.
You slow down on the beatable there. It started with a B. It wasn't gonna end a beatable, but it ended a beatable.
What did you think that word was? I was gonna say beatable.
I thought it was gonna rhyme with sad.
Really bad. No, we're kind of bad too. So honestly, I really don't think our team is that strong right now. We're like okay. I think our macro was just okay. We really cleaned a lot of our really stupid mistakes that would just lose us games that we were supposed to win. But I don't know. We're still like here right now, and we need to be like here if we want to do really well in playoffs. But we still have a lot of time until then.
So, I mean, you guys just beat TL. You don't think you're that great?
Not really. I mean TL2 when we watch their games, it's still like they're honestly not playing like super great, super crazy. Like when you watch a team like Griffin is struggling right now. But let's say in the past, you watch a team like Griffin and you watch them win, you're like, Jesus, that team is so fucking insane and good. I don't understand how you can beat a team like that. But when you watch TL, it's like, they're still not playing like perfectly. They're still making mistakes that the enemy team could definitely exploit, but enemy team is just not playing in the same level as them.
So that's been a common theme for NALCS in general, especially this year, where overall, even TL, as good as they look, as you said, they look pretty beatable, and they didn't have the unbeatable era of Griffin or G2, and then all the teams below that. Like it's been honestly a fiesta of a split. Why do you think this split was so weird in terms of that?
I think teams just get shuffled up a lot every year. So every team in spring is just rebuilding pretty much. For me, playing on FlyQuest is like a whole new start again, and that's honestly really difficult. Um, yeah, I'm not sure honestly because it seems like in other regions it's not so bad. Maybe the individual players just have a better understanding of what they need to do individually, and so they don't need as much time to come together. But I guess I can only speak for myself in FlyQuest. Is that like, yeah, it's hard like getting everyone on the same page together, finding our team direction, deciding on how to play as one unit.
So a common theme with everyone on FlyQuest, Centauran, you, Viper, even the team overall, even when you guys do well, I feel like you guys are still the underrated team. Why don't you guys try like be more flashy, like trash talk? I guess you don't need to do it if it's out of your personality, but you guys are making a good run for yourself. But I feel like FlyQuest as a brand and you guys as a brand, all the individual player don't get the kind of recognition you guys deserve.
Everyone on our team is too nice, honestly. We have a lot of nice guys on the team, and everyone is really just chilling, laid back too. It's like, why do I gotta say something bad and make someone else feel bad? That's kind of mean. I don't want to do that. Just take it easy. That's kind of the team vibe, I guess.
Yeah, because you guys are fourth, and sometimes like there was definitely times during the season where I felt like you guys are even second or third, but you guys were never that hyped up by anyone. Like it's just sometimes individual players get recognition. You or Centauran or Turtle most notably get recognition as, oh, this player's so good. Why don't people talk about it? But overall, like even after today, I feel like you guys are just gonna go under the radar. Does that ever bother you guys?
I think we're just gonna keep. Well, I'm gonna keep my stupid mouth shut unless we do well in playoffs, and then I can like start talking a little bit. But yeah.
All right. Any final words for Pobelter fans, TL fans that are salty? Anyone watching the interview?
Um, Thanks for watching this interview. If you watched all of it, I don't know. What do you say to your fans? Thank you. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye.
And subscribe. Bye. Thank you so much to Lowkey Community for making this interview happen. If you guys want to support them, the link is going to be down in the bio.